Interesting trivia about animals. Elephants cannot do jumping. Elephants are currently the largest mammals on land in the world. They have many enviable abilities, such as a good sense of smell, a few cancers, and close social relationships. However, there are things they can't do. They can't jump. There are three main reasons: too heavy weight, weak muscles, and special bone structure. Elephants rarely perform rolling movements due to their weight, and their calf muscles are not strong. And according to research, elephants use toes to walk, in which case forelegs cannot jump at the same time. If they do this forcibly, they may cause fractures. Elephants are a kind of clever animals. They know what things are not good for themselves, so they avoid them directly. Crow has a good memory. The crow is recognized as one of the more intelligent birds. The crow is an animal with first-class intelligence outside of humans, with ability to use and even make tools. A study shows that crows have excellent memories of human faces. If you offended them one day, maybe they will remember you deeply. In addition, they can distinguish friendly or dangerous faces and notify their companions to pay attention to. Researchers say that big-headed, gregarious, and long-lived birds have considerable cognitive abilities, and the crow is clearly the best among them. Since some human activities often threaten animals, they can identify whether some human actions are dangerous to themselves. Goats have an almost 316 degrees field of view. Because the goat's pupils change shapes as they dilate, which expands the field of vision. When a goat's pupil is dilated, its shape approaches a rectangle. This is determined by the optical characteristics of the goat's eye vitreous, the shape of the retina, and the goat's living environment. In fact, the pupils of most ungulates are approximately rectangular when enlarged. A wide field of vision also gives goats a strong ability to forage. They can quickly find edible plants. Hippo skin can secrete a natural sunscreen. The hippo is a freshwater species that enjoys staying in water for most of the day. In Africa, the main habitat of hippos, the daily high temperature will last more than 16 hours. So hiding in the water is the best way to protect hippos. In addition, hippos, although not having sweat glands, can secrete a thick red liquid. This liquid structure is very precise and reflects sunlight. When this liquid stays on the hippo's skin, it acts as a layer of sunscreen, protecting the hippo's skin from the sun. So when we see the hippo under the sun showing red skin, this does not mean that it is sunburned, but that the hippo secretes this liquid due to overheating in the body. This liquid is also a unique chemical sunscreen method for hippos. Don't be deceived by cartoons. In reality, mice don't like cheese. Studies have found that if mice are given enough food choices, mice will not choose cheese, but instead choose high-calorie carbohydrates such as cereals, fruits, and candy. Even in this case, they would choose to refuse to eat cheese, because the taste of some cheeses is too strong and the mice's sense of smell is very sensitive. For mice, these tastes are intolerable. What is the favorite food for mice? The answer is peanut butter. In fact, it's not just peanut butter. It's like all kinds of high-calorie food. Energy and nutrition are too important for mice. If you need to catch mice, I hope you don't choose cheese, because you may not catch a mouse until the end of the world. Penguins will court with stones. Penguins are social animals. The male penguin will find one of its favorite objects among many female penguins and then propose to this female penguin. The proposal of the male penguin to the female penguin is ritual. It will hold a stone and place it at the feet of the female penguin, then bow to the female penguin. If the female penguin ignores it, she is unwilling to accept the proposal. If the female penguin nodded back and accepted the stone, she agreed to the marriage proposal. Ants only sleep 8 minutes every day. Sleeping is almost non-existent in lower animals, such as jellyfish and ants. Ants are arthropods with a small size and their nerves are not complicated, so they do not need to sleep to restore their nerve activity. Because usually the lower the animal's intelligence, the smaller the brain capacity and the less time it takes to rest. For example, dogs only need to sleep for 2 to 3 hours a day, and the rest of the time they are alive. Its brain capacity is medium. The ant almost only needs to sleep for a few minutes, because it belongs to the insect animal with low intelligence and small brain capacity. Every creature on the earth wants to rest, but the length of their rest time is completely determined by their intelligence and brain capacity.